Hello everyone, welcome to a Minecraft video, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, as you can tell from the title of this video. Hold on. Okay, and that is 5 types of arches, basically. No, this is definitely much different from, like, my gaming Minecraft videos, and also, but I was inspired by Grian, and my keys are not responding again, but okay. But yeah, so basically these are all different types of arches I came up with in spare time, so I decided to do a video on it. So the first one we have is the wooden archway. Now, when it's night, there's glowstone below these pistons, and there is a weird bug with Mojang, with the Minecraft code, that if you put a piston, like anywhere above a glowstone or some sort of light source, like absolutely any light source, then it will come through. So this is basically like somehow illuminated when it's night. So let's do /time set. Oops. Time set night. Yeah, and I spelled that wrong. Like, I have to spell these from under a blanket. So, yeah. As you can see, it's now night, and all of these do have light in them. So, yeah. But, so yeah. This is pretty much like what you would do for a simple, nice-looking wooden fortress. I'll take a slow pan around it. Very simple, pretty cheap, except for the tons of pistons and the light source, but like you could put torches below the pistons, and this also works for Pocket Edition. I tried it, so all of these, except for the except for one of the later ones, can be built in Pocket Edition fully. So if you want to copy me block for block, I'll just like also go through it. So some nice simple stair arch with some slabs. Very nice slab, outside ring type-ish deal. Then this is a really cool texture. So it looks like as if there is a half block type thing, like a quarter block missing. That is actually a stair. So it gives it a really cool effect. So like you can still see the logs, and it just gives it a really cool effect for when you're exiting. So it makes it seem like you should come back again because it's actually really nice there. Now next up is the stone one. Like this is for a cave, very deep inside of a cave. So this has a lot of texture. It has a very nice little dig in to show that like you have power. I think it looks like you have power. So, and also it just looks really cool. Like you can put a light source in there if you want. But again, this is 3 wide. So in the middle there's some glowstone, then there's some pistons on the outside. So really all I did is just 2 pistons facing out, facing this way, then those facing this way, with another one facing this way. Then a signal, so then it's pushed in. Then I just did that on both sides, and that seems really complicated, but really when you do it, it's actually quite simple. So once again, I will show you the way. And now this is not 100% symmetrical, as you can see right here. I actually did that on purpose. right there only, and there's a piston missing. So this is actually a really good example. So if I get a piston, which I will do right now, piston, and a block of redstone, go out of F1, oops, we can go out 4, then, now you might have a bit of issues with this one, and sometimes it will get really annoying, and also it's like the same type of deal here, but it is possible. And then you can also just like have it super far out, then just do that, slap down another, bada bang bada boom, you got that. So yeah, and I just got rid of a whole bunch of good stuff, but whatever. So this like just gives it a really nice texture, and I did make these all on a single player world, so like I'm not using any mods because this is 1.10, as you can see over there, but yeah, so so far those two can be replicated. Now this third one has a few blocks that can be replaced by Pocket Edition blocks, but mainly it does use some only PC Edition blocks. So we have some nice redstone that blends in with the texture, I think at least. And then in here when you're walking in, you see these carvings of the sandstone. That's basically to represent like ancient carving. So like this is for like an ancient ruin type build, this one. So there's some diggings in the floor with some half slabs, with some slabs. I don't know why they're called half slabs, but slabs are already like half of a block, so half slabs should technically be a quarter of a block. I don't really know. And then some sandstone stairs, and these are also sandstone. With some sand tossed in there, and also over here we have some gravel, and those both really work well with these endstone blocks. And endstone? I don't know, but then we have these like endstone brick blocks and also bone block. Now this bone block can be replaced with like a simple quartz block, or like snow maybe, I'm not sure. But the way that it gives an arch, I think it makes it look a whole lot more ancient. And then along with the texture, there's some sandstone in here, like just some basic texturization, and you could actually like put it into a secret little pattern to try to represent something like here, and then that would really show it the fact that it's like ancient. Well, like there's some runes still left of some ancient text. So yeah, that's pretty much one of my favorites. Now this one I kind of went overboard with. This is a like for an art gallery. Now these are banners. I customly made them light blue and cyan in the top corners with an orange center, and it's all a white banner. But basically in the 1.9 update there's this really cool feature. Then just sea lanterns hanging off it, and then you could replicate this with a fence, then have glowstone hanging. I just like sea lanterns because it kind of looks technological, I guess, because of this really nice texture that it has. But so yeah, and then in here I just have some paintings, and I kept on getting the same ones of each, so it was really annoying. But basically I just gave it this really nice slope up with some nice texture, and then I have this right there to kind of like show it's a really nice ceiling. And then like you can use this for an art gallery or like a modern mansion. I guess like that's where I was going for, but then I ended up with that. So this next and final one actually is like really cool positioning. Um, so basically this is like for a garden, and it's some basic stuff, just some, oop, I'm getting lag, just some torches on top of a fence with the fence above it, and then just some dark oak leaves with some flowers. But it just gives it like this very much gardeny feel, I think. So like if you're building a very natural map or build, this is probably what like you would probably like want to replicate this, because this literally took me like 5 minutes to fully get, because like I went through some different designs of it, and I ended up with this one with the rose bushes and the poppy, is it? I'm not sure. But I know it starts with P, and then this really nice texture of flowers, and since they're never perfectly centered, gives it kind of like a zigzag, like more of a zigzag pattern, which I think looks really nice for this. So yeah, and then the torches you can, for the computer, for the PC, you can also use end rods, I guess. I didn't try that. I wanted to go for something that Pocket Edition users could use mainly, but for that one I went overboard just a little bit with the banners and all, but you can easily replace that with like some paintings or something, or some signs showing something, and then just some fences with it all. But all in all, I think this one is probably one of the most natural looking arches that you can find on a garden arch way, I guess. But um yeah, so this was my 5 archway video, and so just to recap, we have the wooden one for like a simple nice little fort, and then you can also use some of these pistons, like 4 of them, to kind of like make a security or whatever, and then just like make it 3 wide. We have the underground stone one of my favorites, and then with all the texture and all, and also using this trick with the stair and the slab next to it, which I really like. And then this little dig-in. Now, if you were to go like macho size of this, you could probably put in like the first letter of your game name for Minecraft. I don't know what you would do, but I think you might do that. So, yeah. And then we have the very ancient one. We have the very ancient arch with the um tile ones, and apparently the creeper face is very cuckoo-eyed. Apparently, I don't know, but with the bone block. Now this is like mainly for PC users, but you can easily replicate it with sandstone or just like full-on end stone, and then just like throwing in some sandstone here and there, and some glowstone, and um, some smooth sandstone, and then just like snow here. But yeah, the reason why I use bone block is because it just has a pillory texture that I think kind of looks ancient. Then the way that it shows at the bottom, I think it just looks magnificent, that it just blends together so well. And this does use glowstone because it works well with all the textures. Then we have the modern arch gallery, I guess, with the custom banners, which you can easily make, and I might do another video on that, which I might post. Yeah, I'll do a video on how to make these super simple, nice looking ones. And then with the glass pane that has the really cool effect, and it's still actually touching the stair, so it looks like a wire. And then you can also just use a very simple fence or anything, and then the quartz just gives it a very nice feel that like it could sway in and sway out and very freely, because like it just has that nice little Minecraft curve, I guess you could call it. So we have this with the paintings and the nice gentle slope going up, and I was actually thinking of extending it even longer, but I guess that was as long as I should have gone. I went kind of overboard there. Then we have the garden, which is really nice, I think, with all of these flowers. Now it would be hard to collect all these flowers because they all are in different biomes, but you can get the majority of them, like these white ones, the rose bushes, and those, in the same area. The orange ones are like the most rare, I think, second to most rare maybe, of the poppies, maybe. I don't remember, but to find. So yeah, and then just some simple dark oak leaves and dark oak fences. So if you find some dark oak, which is where you could find some of these flowers, it's you could easily make a very nice garden right by your house with like a dark oak leaf maze maybe. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. And I've disappeared. So yeah, goodbye.